The Apple iPhone 16 and the OnePlus 12 are both premium smartphones with serious hardware credentials, and the person genuinely weighing these two is not just picking a logo. Performance anxiety is real with a phone purchase at this price range. Nobody wants to spend this much money and feel their phone struggling 18 months later. The iPhone 16 runs on Apple's A18 chip, built on a 3-nanometer process, one of the most efficient and capable mobile processors available. The A18 pairs a hexa-core CPU with a 5-core Apple GPU and a 16-core neural engine for on-device AI processing. With 8 GB of RAM, iOS manages memory aggressively and efficiently, and real-world performance is fast, consistent, and remarkably smooth under sustained workloads. The A18's advantage is not just raw benchmark performance, it is longevity. Apple's chip architecture consistently outpaces Android flagship processors for 3 to 4 years before the gap closes meaningfully. The OnePlus 12 runs on Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, also built on a 3-nanometer process, paired with 16 GB of RAM. That RAM advantage is real and shows up in aggressive multitasking, holding more apps in memory simultaneously, faster switching under heavy workloads, and a more resilient performance ceiling for users who push their phones hard. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is one of the strongest Android processors available and keeps pace with the A18 in most daily use scenarios. For everyday use, both phones feel fast. The iPhone 16 leads on chip efficiency and long-term performance trajectory. The OnePlus 12 leads on RAM and immediate multitasking headroom. Edge, iPhone 16 on chip architecture and longevity. OnePlus 12 on RAM. Battery life is where the OnePlus 12 makes one of its strongest arguments, and it is not a subtle one. The iPhone 16 carries a 3,561 mAh battery. For a 6.1-inch phone, Apple's hardware-software optimization means the A18 extracts strong endurance from that capacity, and most users get through a full day without issue. Apple does not publish its charging wattages prominently, and wired charging speed has historically been a point of criticism in head-to-head comparisons with Android flagships. The OnePlus 12 carries a 5,400 mAh battery over 1,800 mAh, more than the iPhone 16, and supports 80-watt wired fast charging alongside 50-watt wireless charging. The wireless fast charging capability alone is notable. Most phones at this tier that offer fast wireless charging cap it significantly lower. In practical terms, the OnePlus 12 charges from near empty to full faster than most competing flagships, and the larger battery means you are starting from a more comfortable place at the end of the day. For users who travel frequently, spend long hours away from outlets, or simply do not want battery management to be part of their daily mental load, the OnePlus 12 is the better-equipped phone in this category. Edge, OnePlus 12 clearly. The iPhone 16 uses a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED panel with HDR10 and Dolby Vision support, running at 2556 by 1179 pixels at 460 pixels per inch. Peak brightness reaches 2000 nits in high brightness mode, one of the strongest outdoor visibility ratings in its size class. The display is sharp, color accurate, and handles HDR content with the quality you expect from an Apple OLED panel. It is a small phone display done exceptionally well. The OnePlus 12 runs a larger 6.82-inch LTPO AMOLED panel at 3168 by 1440 resolution with a 1 to 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. The QHD Plus resolution is sharper than the iPhone 16's FHD Plus equivalent, and the adaptive refresh rate adjusts dynamically to conserve battery during static content and deliver full smoothness during fast motion video and gaming. For users who watch a lot of video, game on their phone, or simply prefer more screen real estate, the OnePlus 12 has a meaningfully larger and sharper display. The iPhone 16's display is excellent for its size. The OnePlus 12's display is excellent at a larger scale with an edge in resolution and refresh rate intelligence. Edge, OnePlus 12 on resolution, size, and adaptive refresh. The iPhone 16 uses a dual camera system, a 48-megapixel f/1.6 wide lens and a 12-megapixel f/2.2 ultra-wide, along with a 12-megapixel f/1.9 front camera. Apple's camera processing is among the most refined in the industry. Consistent color science, strong computational photography, and seamless integration between hardware and iOS for features like photogenic and action button camera shortcuts. Video output from the iPhone 16 is particularly strong. Apple's video processing pipeline remains a benchmark for mobile filmmaking. The OnePlus 12 uses a Hasselblad-tuned triple camera system, a 50-megapixel main sensor, a 48-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 64-megapixel periscope telephoto. Hasselblad's involvement is genuine color calibration, tone mapping, and the natural color calibration process reflect real tuning rather than badge placement. The telephoto adds a zoom capability the iPhone 16 does not have at this tier. If you regularly shoot at distance events, landscapes, wildlife, the OnePlus 12 gives you a lens the iPhone 16 simply cannot replicate. For social media content and video creation, the iPhone 16 is consistently reliable and deeply optimized. For versatility across focal lengths and RAW resolution, the OnePlus 12 covers more ground. Edge, OnePlus 12 on camera versatility, iPhone 16 on video processing. This is where the comparison requires the most honesty, because software is not just about features, it is about how deeply a phone fits into the rest of your life. The iPhone 16 runs iOS 18, upgradable to iOS 18.5. Apple provides typically 5 to 6 years of iOS updates, meaning the iPhone 16 will receive major software support well into the decade. For users already in the Apple ecosystem, Mac, iPad, AirPods, Apple Watch, iCloud, the iPhone 16 is the center of a tightly integrated system. iMessage, FaceTime, AirDrop, Handoff, and Apple Intelligence all work as a unified experience, rather than a collection of compatible apps. If your life already runs on Apple, there is almost no version of the OnePlus 12 that makes the switch frictionless. The OnePlus 12 runs Oxygen OS on Android, and OnePlus provides 4 years of major Android updates and 5 years of security patches. Oxygen OS has a reputation for being one of the cleaner Android skins, fast, customizable, and relatively close to stock Android without being stripped of personality. For users coming from another Android device, the transition is easy. For users on a non-Apple ecosystem, Android's open platform gives more flexibility in app choice, file management, and hardware integration with non-Apple accessories. The ecosystem decision is personal and binary. If you are in Apple, the iPhone 16 keeps you there seamlessly. If you are in Android, the OnePlus 12 is an excellent home. Edge. iPhone 16 for Apple ecosystem, users OnePlus 12 for Android users. Both phones are premium built. The iPhone 16 uses aerospace-grade aluminum with a textured matte glass back and ceramic shield on the front, one of the toughest front glass options available on any smartphone. It is IP68 rated for water and dust resistance. The OnePlus 12 is also IP65 rated, providing splash and dust resistance, though its water protection rating is a step below the iPhone 16's IP68. The build quality is solid, the flowy emerald finish is visually distinct in a sea of black and silver flagships, and the overall construction reflects a premium device without compromise in materials. For buyers who want the highest certified water resistance, the iPhone 16 has the edge. For buyers who want a phone that stands out visually, the OnePlus 12 offers that without sacrificing build integrity. Edge. iPhone 16 on water resistance rating. Both phones in this comparison carry 512 GB of storage, ample for almost any use case. Neither supports microSD expansion, so 512 GB is the ceiling on both. The OnePlus 12's 16 GB of RAM versus the iPhone 16's 8 GB means the Android device holds more active applications in memory simultaneously, which is measurable under heavy use. Both phones support 5G across a wideband range and Bluetooth for wireless accessories. The iPhone 16 uses dual eSIM and is unlocked for all GSM and CDMA carriers in this configuration, offering broad compatibility across networks. Edge. Even on storage, OnePlus 12 on RAM. The iPhone 16's renewed condition listing describes units arriving with 100% battery health and no visible damage, which is a meaningful differentiator in the renewed phone market. For buyers considering a renewed device, condition reliability matters as much as specs, and the iPhone 16's renewed listings carry a strong track record in that regard based on customer feedback. The OnePlus 12's IP65 rating, while adequate for everyday splash resistance, is a genuine step below the iPhone 16's IP68. For users who are regularly near water swimmers, outdoor workers, people with a history of phone water damage, that rating difference is worth factoring into a long-term ownership calculation. This is a closer comparison than most people expect going in, and the winner depends on what you are actually optimizing for. The OnePlus 12 wins this comparison on hardware value. At $715 for a renewed unit with 512 GB and 16 GB of RAM, you get a QHD plus adaptive display, a triple Hasselblad camera system with genuine telephoto capability, an 80-watt wired and 50-watt wireless charging setup, and a 5,400 mAh battery that lasts longer and recovers faster than anything the iPhone 16 offers. On pure hardware terms, the OnePlus 12 delivers more for the money. The iPhone 16 at $675 is the right choice for one specific buyer, and that buyer is anyone already in the Apple ecosystem. If your life runs through iMessage, iCloud, AirPods, a Mac, or an iPad, the iPhone 16 is the phone that makes all of it work better. Apple's A18 chip also offers a longer performance lifespan than any current Android processor, which matters over a 3 to 5 year ownership window. And for video content creators, Apple's processing pipeline is still the benchmark. But if you are an Android user, or someone open to switching ecosystems, or someone who shoots photography across multiple focal lengths and wants more battery freedom, the OnePlus 12 is the stronger overall package at this price. Both phones are linked in the description below. If you want to stop second-guessing every tech purchase before you make it, hit subscribe. This channel is built to protect your buying decision. Thanks for watching.